Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, so the message for today is about meditating on your self-value, self-worth. Really, we started out with 3 cards, and then there was a sneaky little card underneath. And before I go into those, I also want to say, then there's a bunch of other cards that speak about where you've been. So it's like, we know where we've come from, but now what is the way forward? And so the cards that we started out with, we had the Hermit, and then what fell with it was the Queen of Pentacles, and both of those upright. And then the other card that fell out, these two fell down face down. And then this one fell out upright, and it's this Knight of Swords. And so honestly, when this was the first card that I saw, I heard there's a message coming. And then so when I turned these over, I was super happy to see that we have the Hermit and then that Queen of Pentacles. So again, meditating on your self-value. And I feel like just taking these 3 cards where they're at face value, it is like, once you truly accept it, once you anchor in, and it really is about an embodiment, it really is about an anchoring in, sitting with yourself, sitting with the elements, sitting with the earth, the fire, the water, the air, the spirit of who you be, and receiving and really recognizing what your self-value is. And I kept wanting to say self-worth. It feels more comfortable to say self-worth, but the self-value wants to like ring out and ring out. Really sitting in your power, really finding your power. Really, there's a patience conveyed to it. Self-value. You are worthy of the investment. You are worthy of the time, the nurturance, the nourishing, the long path, the long road, and you value yourself enough and really sit with that. And so again, there's some sort of patience, some sort of inner light being ignited, but it's for this long sustaining commitment to self, because you value yourself, and it's like you value your message. So with that, it's like when you really know who the fuck you are, you really value yourself and your message, your empowerment, your authentic expression, your sovereignty, then you have this great message to take out to the world. What's interesting is then what snuck out after that is this rascal right here. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, then we've also got the King of Pentacles, but he's reversed. And I like that my cards are slipping. This Knight of Swords is flying away from this King of Pentacles reversed. And so just in that, it does feel, regardless, of what your gender is and what anybody else's gender is, this could be a paradigm. This could be an archetype of what the King of Pentacles reversed is. That is, well, in the old paradigm, the masculine didn't really value the feminine. I'll say it, Also, what's been valued has been very superficial. And so when I see the King and Queen of Pentacles reversed, it feels like there's a superficiality to it. It's people who identify them with their big monster trucks and with their houses and and it's one thing to appreciate the car you drive and the home that you live in, and that's fine to wear nice clothes. But when that becomes all that you value, there's just a shallowness, and it feels like she is going into greater depths, looking deeper within with that Hermit card. And so then we just go to where you've been before. We have this, and also where you're going. We have this Page of Wands, so I also liked that with this Knight of Swords and this Page of Wands. They're moving in a new direction. They're starting a new journey, bringing this message and having some new inspiration. And where his back is turned, he's got his back turned to the Devil. And so again, and it's funny because, the Devil is Capricorn energy. Pentacles is very much Capricorn energy. And so, turning their back on this Devil energy, on this, not not to say Capricorns are bad, because I'm a double Capricorn, but the old paradigm, you know, Pluto just shifted out of Capricorn into Aquarius. And so we're moving away from, again, the superficial, somebody else holding your value over your head. You've got to prove your worthiness. You've got to prove, and others will decide your value. We're moving away from that, because that also is shallow and superficial. It doesn't appreciate the truer, deeper value of who we are. And so also moving away from, I don't know, with the Six of Pentacles again, but then there's this Knight of Swords. And so again, I think that's just more emphasis of that devil energy, and our value being like, we're begging to be seen. We're begging to be, and meanwhile, we're stressing about, like, am I giving enough? Am I valuable enough? Are they going to find me worthy? Am I being all in our heads? And it's like worrying about the future, worrying about the past, having regrets, feeling guilt, feeling shame, feeling some sort of, like, again, not feeling valued. And it's like giving and giving just so somebody will see your worth. And it's like, and I started to write a song. I always mean to, but I feel like the line says it all. Sometimes when you're a giver, you act like a beggar. And so it's like, you've got to fucking recognize the toxicity of that. You don't have anything to prove. You don't have anything to prove. You don't have anything to prove. You are valuable now. And then the last little part, and I do want to say at this point, so we've got, yes, the devil, but also the Hermit card. I love these two together. But then also the Fool. So, you know, when there's 3 or more major arcanas, I feel like we are at a pretty big destiny point. And I like that we've got the Fool card flying away from this 4 of Cups reversed. With this upright, it's that same thing about feeling like you've got to prove your value, but somebody is too absorbed in their own troubles to really appreciate what it is that you have to bring. And sometimes you just can't pour yourself into somebody enough for them to really receive. They've got to do it for themselves. So you're just better off cutting your losses and flying free from this. And this feels like, you know, childhood abandonment issues coming forth that really does tie into, you know, self-value, self-worth kind of things, where they couldn't appreciate what it was. And so we carry that with us. But understand, others, what they're going through isn't really a reflection of our value. It's just not. It's just, so you might as well just pour it into yourself. And it does kind of feel like something about, with this 0, with this Fool card, I feel like there's some sort of resolve, some sort of resolution and a dissolution, and then a resolve. Like, you do take your value back, you do take your power back, you take your worthiness. And so there could be, you've been in a process of those abandonment wounds, those, you know, inner child kind of traumas and sadnesses, and, you know, and it goes into adulthood too. We get traumatized the whole time until we learn to take our power back and choose to be free from it all. So ultimately, you're flying free and really aligning to that inner light, the light of your own inner consciousness, connecting with the reality of Mother Earth and the elements and the truth of your being, and really expressing that value and planting seeds, really investing, really nourishing, really cultivating those seeds and those roots that you really want to anchor into your worth. What is worthy of you? All right, that's all I have for today. Peace and love until next time.